guys, Trent here with SonarPros. We got a pretty awesome 21 PHX we just rigged up, and it's featuring our standalone lithium kit. This is a kit that we've been running for a little over a year. I've actually ran it my personal boat for the past 2 years. I think we've done close to 300 or 400 of these kits in customer installs, and we've had pretty much no failures, no issues whatsoever. So the goal with this kit is to essentially have a reliable way to run a standalone lithium for your electronics. If you had asked me a few years ago about lithium, I was pretty anti-lithium, mainly because we had other brands of lithium actually catch fire in our shop. I'd seen a really high failure rate with a lot of our pros running lithium. But the good news is now that there's a lot of competitors in the marketplace, technology's improved, lithium's pretty reliable. And when it comes to running lithium for electronics, I think by far the best way to do it is to do a standalone in the back of your boat, nothing in your rod locker. You'll see a lot of people do rod locker setups. The rod locker is meant for rods, not a battery. So we've got a really slick system back here that allows you to run a standalone lithium with redundancy, not only in redundancy in battery power, but also redundancy in charging. So this kit's gonna have a few options on the website. You can get the basic kit, which is just wiring, and then there's add-ons from there with charging. So to kind of kick things off, I guess you could say the heart of the standalone lithium kit is gonna be our two-way Perco switch right here. Now the switch is labeled real easy to identify which battery you're drawing power from. So how the kit works is if I turn this switch right here to the L position, that means our graphs are now running off of lithium. Alternatively, let's say the lithium has a BMS failure, you run it dead by the end of the day and it goes asleep, or so, for whatever reason, shape or form, you didn't charge your battery, you can come back to that same switch and switch it to the A position, which allows the graphs to now run off of your primary cranking battery, which our recommendation is to run like an X231 AGM, so you have a proper size AGM in the event you need to switch over. Now, the benefit of this system is, as I just showed, is we're able to have on-demand alternative battery power. So we can either have the graphs running lithium or run them in AGM. So there's redundancy there. Kind of the next tier into the kit is you can actually add what's called a DC to DC charger, which we have right here. What that charger does is essentially it takes charging amperage from your alternator, which in this case, this boat's got a Mercury, so it's got a high output alternator, and it's going to convert that energy to DC charging amperage for your lithium. So as you run your motor, it's going to allow that lithium to charge up more. Benefit to that, case in point, a boat like this where it's got 5 graphs on it. The nice thing about this setup right here is having that DC to DC charger, that's gonna give us anywhere from 10 to 30 more amps on the water. So that 100 amp hour battery acts more like 120 to 130 amp hour battery. The other nice thing is that DC to DC charger will actually wake up a lithium. So in the event that we have a situation where that lithium goes to sleep, we can come over here, switch the switch to AGM mode, allow the motor to idle for a short period of time, and it'll wake that lithium up so when you get home it can actually charge. Now the last component of the kit that you can add on as well is for what we call at night charging, aka AC charging, where you plug in an outlet. The kit will give you the option to add a Minn Kota standalone PCL charger. What that does is at night when we're plugged in charging via our charging port, it's going to allow that standalone Minn Kota charger to charge up that standalone lithium. Now, included with that kit is going to be a dual port charger pass-through, as you can see here. What that does is on the back end of that port, it allows you to hook up 2 chargers. So when we plug in our AC outlet right here, our standard onboard charger and our Minn Kota charger will charge up everything in the system at the same time. So we've got redundancy kind of all across the board, whether it's on the run charging, we got the switch between lithium and AGM, and then we've also got our onboard charging. So that kit is available on our website at sonarproselectronics.com. Like it said, you got options where you can either add or remove those charging infrastructures. If it was our boat, we would recommend the entire kit we walked through. So the actual wiring kit, the DC to DC charger, the standalone charger being the Minn Kota PCL, and then the dual port pass through. So that's it in a nutshell. Like we said, we've seen a lot of people do lithium kits, I think, in not a great way. This system, we've got a lot of our pros running this system like Hunter Shryock, and we've had nothing but great results. And like I said, I've been running this for a couple of years as well, and it's a really reliable way to do standalone lithium. So If you're looking to do standalone lithium for your boat, definitely check it out at sonarproselectronics.com.